What's good, guys? Ooh. You see by the title, Coach Saban has officially stepped down. He's retired after 16 years at Alabama. Um, his career record is 292 wins, 71 losses, and a tie, making him the fifth winningest coach in college history. Um, he did manage to get he got six national championships in 12 years. Um, he has one with LSU, and then he got six with Alabama. So no, he got one with LSU and five with Alabama. So they gave him six because he beat the Bear. I think at the time Bear Bryant had five, so he beat the Bear, which gives him the legs up on Bear Bryant at Alabama. Resume speaks for itself, man. He had, I want to say it was either six or seven number one recruiting classes. He's beating his record against the top 10 is impeccable. Um, Sent countless people to the first round of the NFL draft. Um, as far as college football playoff go, I think he only missed it 1 year, and that's it. But other than that, they pretty much own that along the BCS. So his his resume speaks for itself. In terms of who his replacement would be, don't even know. But whoever it is that to fill his shoes, um, they're gonna be put in the hottest of seats right away, especially based on the returning class and the upcoming freshman class coming in. Unless we start to lose people, which I hope we don't, because I mean, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, um, I'm not one of those crazed fanatics that's gonna like jump off a bridge or something because he retired. Because the man was 66 or 67. He eventually gonna walk away from. He was gonna walk away from the game, but they allowed him, or he was afforded the opportunity to do it on his time instead of being pushed out the door. Because his last year, well, not this year actually, that he just finished, he was 11-2. So it's not like every year he was there, he won what 10, 11 games, except his first year when he went 7-6. Outside of that, he's had undefeated seasons. He's had seasons where he won, where he lost one game but still won the title. So it speaks volumes to what kind of coach he was, what kind of mentor that he was to players and coaches alike, how he was able to adapt when people walked out the door for better opportunities, and how he continued to win. Um, Speaks to his character, his discipline, his attention to detail, and everything that he was doing. But you could see that as he got older, it gradually begins to slip away. So not everything is so micromanaged or tentative or tentative when you're younger. Um, as you get older, you lose grip on certain things and you lose touch with reality to a degree. I'm not gonna say that happened to him, but you could tell that the game was slowly starting to pass him by. So I think he made the right decision. I will miss him because it's nothing like seeing him on the sideline, walking back and forth, getting fired up about a certain play or a certain missed assignment or missed tackle or whatever. But there's no denying what he did at the University of Alabama. He put that university back on the map single handedly. Him arriving back in '07 was one of the greatest things that happened in Tuscaloosa. Um, and rightfully so, they built him a statue. We've hung five additional national championship banners because of him. And he's no doubt in the College Football Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. Um, he's going to be put into the Alabama Ring of Honor, rightfully so. It's like his credentials is uncandid. Now, whoever takes his spot, the only thing I don't want that person to do is feel like they gotta be what he was. I mean, winning is important, but do it in your fashion. Create your own lane in Alabama because now the ring's been turned over to that coach, whoever that may be, whoever they decide to make whoever they decide to go after has to understand. the expectations, the pressure, the fan base, the media alike, what they're gonna be getting themselves into every Saturday, um, especially when they play the marquee games. Because we have a brutal schedule next year, so it's not like it's getting easier for us. And they have to be ready to deal with the highs and the lows from the fan base and players alike. Um, but I don't want that to, you know, ugh, it was. I'm on live again. I saw that. I'm on live again talking about Saban retiring. Yeah. Oh Lord. But I've already been on. This ain't Santa Claus. I've already been on Twitter, and people, of course, they're gonna put in their 2 cents about his retirement and stuff like that. But it was bound to happen. I mean, of course, Doug, you do wrong. He was one of the ones. He's not a real big Saban person, so I guess you say he's ecstatic now that he walked away. Now, the real pending thing is Kirby Smart. How does he, how does he now take over the SEC with Saban finally stepping down? Because now the narrative is going to be it should be Georgia's time to win and win right away. Like we're talking about winning several national championships, like 3 or 4 more, something like that. But you got to be real now. You're gonna be sprinkling teams here and there throughout the time now because now they got a 12-man starting next year. They have a 12-man playoff um, format. So my hope is that Alabama can at least stay around the top 10 some kind of way with this new coach and be playing for a spot in the playoff and not just. I don't want it to drop drastically right away to where we're 4-6 or something like that, and we're losing games left and right. Because I'm gonna be watching the entire season. It's gonna come down to the first game of the season. Gonna be like a blueprint to what's to come. But no, actually, the 80-day game is gonna be a blueprint because we're used to seeing him, and we're gonna be seeing another coach out there putting his putting his fingerprints all over this team, and we have to see what kind of pizzazz he presents, what kind of mantra he has, how the players respond to him, his leadership style, how they play for him, how they galvanize themselves around him. I felt like with Nick, a lot of players, they responded very well whenever adversity would come. I think back to the 2018 national championship game, one of the biggest games that I witnessed in my short time on this earth. But just to be in that, just to witness that situation where they were on the verge of going down 21-0, but they end up, just being down 13-0 with a quarterback that couldn't throw, and he puts in the freshman Tua Tagovailoa, and of course the rest is history. Leaves them down three out of four. They get 3 touchdowns on a few on 3 drives, get a field goal, and then he go he goes to complete one of the greatest passes in national championship history with 2nd and 26. So Nick has gotten these guys up to play for a long time. Now the question becomes, how does this next coach, what does he present, and how does he step in to make the necessary adjustments when we are dealing with adversity through the season? Yes, sir. What? What? What you want? Ew. What you want? You ain't gotta get up on it. It still can see you.